yesterday's swap shop, Julia from Slovakia made an exciting new offer. A handmade linoleum print for Zach's eagle painting. What would Zach choose? And how will America judge him? No one knows but Zach. Will it be a deal? Or will both of their lives be torn apart for years to come by the public blowback to the wrong decision? Will it be a deal? Zach's gonna think about it real hard. In his mind and with his body. His dad might call. His friends are counting on him. His job depends on making the right choice. Will it be a deal this afternoon? Well, we want to welcome you to the swap shop today. We spent a lot of money to pre-produce that intro, and now we want to bring it back to sort of the usual level, I guess. But you got a lot of thinking to do. You've had a night to think it over.
I've thought it over, and just have to say I'm excited to announce my decision later in the show. But before we do that, I think we should start the show off right. It's Friday, and it's a deal.
As with every Friday, it's a deal. Zach is the man to my right. On your screen, he's to my left. My name is Matt. We create a show called the William Street Swap Shop. We like to help you swap things that you have.
And I know what you're thinking. This isn't possible. It's stupid. Why would someone swap something over the streaming platform? They could just use a website.
This is a waste of my time. Why am I looking at this?
That's right.
I need to look at something else.
But it's a proven venture that it works. It's a deal. We've made over 14 deals. You do the math. That's 2 items per deal. And sometimes there have been 3-way, 4-way deals. So we are over 50 items that have been swapped across the country and across the world. And in fact, today is kind of our international episode.
International Day. If you multiply those numbers by 4, it gets even more impressive. And yeah, today we're crossing countries, boundaries, and taboos.
That's right.
The rules are off. We said, let's press the reset button and go in this thing with no fear and make some interesting cross-cultural exchanges happen.
Matt, it's all about having less fear and being all in.
That's right.
And right now we're all in. We're ready to take on the show. And, you know, I've done a lot of thinking about that deal. Still thinking now. Has my mind been made up? Maybe. Maybe not. I'll let you know, though.
The thing I like about you, you got an open mind, You'll never just put a swap out of your mind one way or the other. He thinks about it till the very last minute. Maybe some of you guys do this too when you get your swap offers. It's part of the process of the swap. And if you're out there and you're Canadian, we have a special request. Call us. Let's talk about Canada. Today's theme of the show is Canada.
That's right.
And specifically Canadian decision-making processes, such as the one Zach has to do.
Today is an ode to Canada. Is it a great country or the best country? We will talk about Canada because one of our fans, Snakes, submitted a video yesterday of his bust that he made set to a Lionel Richie song. It was real funny. It got a lot of likes on social media, and Snakes is from Canada, so we thought, why not do a province off? Talk about the provinces, which one's your favorite. Call us at 413-961-4263 and let us know.
If you live in Saskatchewan and you're sick of Ontario getting all the buzz, let's change it up. Let's shake things up. Why is your province more deserving of the swap shop's attention?
That's right.
This is a land rich with natural resources. There's native peoples there of great importance to the history of the population of the world. The polar ice cap, the Arctic Circle, you keep naming them. The hits, they don't stop.
Maple Leafs, they like hockey. They have a lot of teams that play hockey in the National Hockey League in the United States. How is that possible? It's the National Hockey League. It's national. It's not global, but Canada makes it in somehow.
I think they are the nation that it refers to.
That's right.
More so than any other.
That's right. You have Toronto, Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, the Canucks.
And we also want you to take a guess. If you're not from Canada, we want you to guess how many people named Greg there are in Canada. And we actually already counted it. We know the number. And whoever gets closest wins a gift card from Best Buy.
And who is your favorite Canadian rock musician? There's a lot of them. Don't be confused. Mine right now is, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you at the end of the show.
Mine is Aaron Neville.
I was going to be funny and make a big joke and say it's the guy from Nickelback because he's from Canada. But in reality, I do like some of their songs, but I really like Drake, who is from Canada. It's Drake Day on the Swap Shop. It's Canada Day.
Drake, if you're watching and want to talk about where you're from in Canada, give us a ring. It's 413-961-4263. We've got several operators manning the international lines from Canada to help with this problem. It's more technical to receive a phone call from there, but it's okay.
It will not charge you any money on your end calling us from Canada. We promised all the costs will be incurred to our phone database. It's not a big deal. People call Matt and I up and they say, did you guys know you had 20,000 callers from Canada last week? And we said, yeah, that's okay. And they said it's going to cost twice as much money. And we said, that's fine, just bill it to the show. And they do it because we have a big budget and we're a big production.
And we say, we'll accept the charges. We will accept each and every one of those charges.
That's right.
Should we talk at all about some of the new items before we get going
I
today?
think we should. It wouldn't be the swap shop without looking at what's up for swap. Here's the thing, you could put some maple syrup in. Don't even put the container in it. Just open up the maple syrup and dump it in the box. It will stay, the viscosity will stay good, and it will add a hint of flavor, a pine flavor.
When you look for a box, you look for three things: quality construction, corner reinforcement, and a hinge that you can trust when it comes to securing valuables. This is Visk's jewelry box. His real name is Patrick. Sometimes we get that confused, I think. But he is offering this for a limited time only. And the box, I'm going to tell you, I don't make this promise about a lot of boxes. It's going to last you for the rest of your life. If you treat it right, if you oil it, if you keep it out of direct sunlight, it's the kind of box you can put things in that your kids will have, that their kids will have. And we just are really excited about being able to present it on the show today.
Matt, what would you put in that box?
I'd put vitamins in there. I would put dog treats. And I would also put a note that I wrote to my father that I never sent to him for reasons I don't want to get into on the show.
It's a good box to have to put matches in. You're going to have a barbecue. Just stock it full of matches, and when someone says, hey, we need to light the charcoal or the briskets, depending on what kind of method you use, you say, go ahead and go in the jewelry box that I got from the swap shop. We've got loads of matches in there.
Don't read the note to my dad, but grab the charcoal briquettes. Can we hashtag that?
Hashtag grab the charcoal briquettes.
But don't look at the note to my dad.
You keep a lot of things in boxes. Some things you don't want people to find out about, and that's why it has a latch. And some things you want people to find, like the matches for the briquettes.
Or some of the photographs that you've taken of your friends that mean a lot to you. That camping trip where you all let your guards down and got real for a few hours and woke up ashamed. There's also condiment packets that you ended up with that you didn't use from some sort of takeout thing. I don't know. You call us. Tell us what you'd put in the box.
That's right.
Or make a swap offer and have it be, in your possession.
But maybe Visk has a surprise in there already that you do not know about. Maybe he has something lurking in the box, and when you open up the box, you get a little sweet surprise.
We got another new item, I think. We got at least 3.
I love looking at new items when they come in. Sometimes I don't even look at the email. I just wait to see it on the show because my excitement. Here we go. Look at this harmonica holder.
As we know, there was a potential swap for this. I don't think we ever quite resolved that. But we're going to go ahead and say the harmonica holder is out there for your swapping as well.
It's great to wear, like we said yesterday or a few days back when we talked about this. Your hands are busy, doing laundry, walking the dog, bring this harmonica holder with you. And you can be Bob Dylan.
You want to jam with some guys down at the street corner, but you don't have much hand space to put something? Get an app that plays harmonica, or put the harmonica holder in this and wear it and be hands-free.
That's right. So you can look at whatever you want on your phone. You can look at your cats. A lot of people are playing that game where you watch over your cats. It's a fun game. You can watch them play with items that you buy them. You can play harmonica to keep the room pleasurable.
And then
It's a
after
nice
that,
item.
we've got another thing. Oh, we talked about this.
This is the
Right now, this is sort of off the table in case Zach, you haven't said anything yet. So
that's right. It could be.
it could still be out there depending on Zach's final decision. It is a signed limited edition linoleum print of some sort of long-haired cat.
I think a Maine Coon cat
Could be.
that was created by Julia, who lives in Slovakia. So, do they have Maine Coon cats there, or is that a bobcat?
If she calls, or if we have another viewer from Slovakia who would be able to tell us what kind of cats they have there, we'll take the call. And we'd like to learn about that.
It looks like it's a cat that has energy or power emitting from it. Like it's an anime cat. It has a lot of things coming out of its body.
It's getting charged up with its power to take on some sort of evil force. And then the next thing, is there a hot tub in the shop? I forgot what this is. Oh, right,
Oh.
yeah. This is sort of a controversial new step. Chelsea is going to swap her husband. I think she said he's been good, but it's time to move on. Her husband's name was Ken, I believe.
I don't think he got her the Valentine's Day gift that she wanted, and she's ready to swap him and get rid of him.
He looks like a fun guy. He likes to sit near fountains. obviously a water enthusiast, so that means he's not dangerous.
He looks like a sailor. He's wearing a sailor shirt. It looks like little anchors on his shirt and a little sailor hat. He's ready. He's saying, "Come on aboard. I don't have a wife anymore. I've been swapped. So let's go out to sea and go on an adventure." And he's yours to take on an adventure if you win the swap. But I can't imagine Chelsea accepting any item for this swap. You almost have to trade something.
You have to trade something pretty good, maybe like a PlayStation or something kind of worth $100 or something.
Right. It doesn't have to be a PlayStation 4, but a PlayStation 3 might work.
Look at how much hope he had in his mind at that point. Everything's going to turn out great. My wife will never, ever swap me for a PlayStation, he thought.
This is great. We're on vacation. I'm married. I have a wedding ring on. I love my life right now. I hope I don't get swapped. This picture was probably taken before the swap shop even existed. And now he might be swapped.
My shorts have ample room for me to feel comfortable. My shirt is partly tucked in for formality, but partly untucked for, loose vacation purposes.
And
I don't have any dark secrets. You can tell from my smile. I would make a great second husband for someone, in case Chelsea ever decides to swap me.
And I know I look like I take things a little serious, but I'm also love to just get laid back and chill with my pals and my mates. I love my red shoes, have a beer, throw out back a few Bud Lights. I'm not going to stress you about that. No space to sit on the couch when I come over to watch a football game. No biggie, I'll sit on the floor.
Other guys, they go on vacation. They stress about where am I going to work out? Where's the gym in town? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm taking a week off. I don't need to hit the treadmill this week. It's my honeymoon. I'm happy. I'm never going to be swapped for a PlayStation or a Nintendo Wii U.
If you would like to swap Chelsea, trade something to her for her husband, give us a call at 413-961-4263. Or if you're Chelsea's husband, call in and let us know. Do you want to be swapped?
Do you want to be swapped? Do you want to stay put? Or some third option we can't think of right now.
Maybe you do want to be swapped, and describe yourself a little more. What's your resume like? What's your hobbies? What are things people could do with you on their spare time? We know you work. We know you bring home a big salary, but hey, it's all about what you do on a weeknight and what you do on the weekends. You can't just lie around all day on the couch. You look like the type of person who enjoys going out in the town.
And I wanted to, there's a lot of questions about him on the chat, so I was just going to read a few things that Chelsea said about him that I thought were important. I don't have the room for him anymore. I'm hoping to use his office as my craft room. He's mostly potty trained. He still makes a mess sometimes. He's super easy to feed. He likes Hot Pockets and tacos. He mostly sleeps and plays video games, so he wouldn't be much of a bother. He doesn't require much walking or playtime, although he is very good at fetching chocolate and wine. Keep that in mind.
Sounds
Make
like
her a good offer.
Keeper.
It might have to be the new PlayStation. We would have to upgrade it after reading that description.
That's right.
And then after the husband,
We have some glass. A glass head.
glass head.
Being swapped by Zachary.
Zachary.
Again, we discussed this yesterday, but he doesn't spell his name with an extra A. He keeps that out. Whereas I spell mine Zachary. He keeps the second A out. He said, I don't need it. Just one A is fine with me.
The thing I like about Zachary as a swapper, he's got a signature swap move, and that is that he kisses every item he's about to swap with you.
Do you think that's a sign he's doing that to say good luck? Like, I'm ready. This is a kiss for good luck. You will be swapped. Or it's just his, it's like a touchdown dance.
I think
he's just showing off.
He knows he's about to part with the item, so he's kissing it, thanking it for all its good years of being a glass head on his shelf next to his reggae records.
This could be a good item for Chelsea to swap for when she swaps her husband, because when someone comes over and she wants to say, has an excuse to not go somewhere. She could say, oh, my husband's sick, he's lying in bed. She could position the bed to look like there's little pillows as a body, and then use the glass head. It looks exactly like Ken. She would fool anyone who would think otherwise. And it's still good, so she could keep her tax deductibles, and also, a great excuse. You want to go out, but you don't really want to tell anybody you don't want to go out. So you say, my husband Ken doesn't want to go out tonight, so I have to stay in. He's
Ken's
sick.
got one of his headaches. Ken's not feeling so good.
Just an excuse to stay in and not feel bad about going out.
The more I look at Ken, the more I feel a little sad for him. He didn't do anything wrong. It sounds like he's an okay guy.
Yeah, and is it Chelsea's right to swap him?
Let's have a debate. Can you swap
Your loved ones.
your loved ones?
You obviously love them and you want the best for them. But is this really the best thing to do? I don't know. Call in and let us know what you think. Should Chelsea swap her husband? Is it allowed? Is it moral? It's a nice glass head.
Once you've swapped your husband and you put a glass head in your bed, where do you go from there?
Well, you need to fetch yourself chocolate and wine. So you go to the store, you tell people you still have a husband. They say, hello, Mrs. Chelsea, how are you? How's Ken? He's at home, he's got the flu. But I'm here, we're getting our traditional chocolate and wine. We're gonna have a Netflix and Amazon Prime night.
I don't like to weigh in and make opinions on things, but I think she'd miss Ken after a while.
Probably.
She'd curl up next to that glass head, wake up to it with it staring back in her eyes and say, Ken had his faults, but he was also a chill guy that I could count on to sit by fountains with. And I can't do that with my glass head anymore.
Even though this glass head has a kiss from Zachary, it doesn't win all the kisses I got from Ken. Ken, you win, come back to me. That's what she'll say. And then she'll have to do a reverse swap. And that can happen. If you get an item and you're not satisfied with it, you can put it back up in the swap shop and send it back out. Try and get something else for it.
We haven't had any calls about Canada, so should we sweeten the deal by just talking a little more about Canada? Or
I think so. Let's go into Canada. Let's jump into it.
we prepared a video. I'm worried about you. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We prepared a video that sort of puts together some facts about our neighbors to the north. And
Yeah, a lot of people talk about Canada and they don't really know what they're talking about. Matt and I are experts on the country. We've done a lot of research on it. So this is now going to prove everybody wrong. We're about, roll the tape and we'll talk about some facts.
the first thing to know about Canada is very transparent. Sometimes it's hard to see it.
That's right. And they are our neighbor to the north. And I think this is a special edition. Here we go. The Swap Shop salutes Canada. First is the Yukon Territory. It's not a province. This is where it borders Alaska. There's a lot of grizzly bears up there.
Northwest Territories, they export iron ore, and it's where checkers was invented. And there's also a guy who makes snack mix that gets turned into the ones at Whole Foods.
Nunavut is the biggest territory to the north. It's also the coldest. A lot of polar bears are up there. It's close to the Arctic Circle.
Do you speak French? You'll love it in Quebec, where people are literally shipped in from France every week so that it can stay cool sounding.
A lot of cheeses there. Newfoundland and Labrador. These are provinces. This is where the Newfoundland dog and Labrador retriever originated from. They migrated south and come into the United States.
British Columbia, shred some big powdery snow and tell your bro, hey, you don't control me anybore.
Alberta, this is where anybody, someone named Albert? That name came from this province. Everybody from Albert, they date back to Alberta. Don't date anyone from Alberta.
And Saskatchewan is where everyone named Saskatch is from. And you eat for free at soup restaurants there if your name is Albert.
Manitoba, it's a province that produces all of the maple syrup and has the most maple trees. A lot of people love to go there. It's the only province in Canada that you won't get attacked in.
Ontario is where bullwhips are made, and you can trade husbands for free. No tax.
And that's the map right there of Canada. All the provinces and all the territories. Did we miss any?
Let us know.
Let us know. We know we didn't, though, because we are experts. We looked at everything. This is an exact, detailed map.
There could have been a revolution since this show started that we don't know about. There's a new province called Snakesville.
That's right. Matt, where would you like to live in all those provinces?
If I'm being honest, I'd like British Columbia. I like that it's got sort of a northwestern vibe. You can crush a Mountain Dew and then strap on your board and just let the worries of the world melt away.
I would love to head up to Newfoundland and Labrador and play with those dogs.
What would you say to them?
I would first I'd cut through Quebec. I'd learn some French phrases because I like to drive. I like to drive on road trips. I don't like to take the plane if I don't have to. And I'd say, "Oh, look at you little guys, a little Labrador Retriever. Come on down to America. What are you doing up here?" You know, because they can become a pearl and an oyster if they come to the States. But if they stay with a group of Labradors, they're just a group of Labradors, a pack. I'd say, "Hi, Newfoundland. Hi. You're the dog that helped Lewis and Clark. Your great-great-great-granddad did. Come on back to the States with me." A lot of it is trying to bring resources back from Canada into the United States.
As you know, in the U.S. we have an aluminum shortage. Guess where the last huge deposit of aluminum is? Saskatchewan. You get a truck, you fill it up with aluminum ore, bring it back to the U.S. If you get caught, it's just a fine. They don't put you in jail for taking aluminum across the border.
That's good. That's good to know. We have someone in the Twitch chat, Deadpan Yoshi, saying, "Narnia is richly ingrained into Canadian history. And as a Canadian, they are really offended." So we invite you to call in. We have to apologize, and we'll make things right.
If you're a Narnian and you feel that we've left you off the Canada thing, as we are being told we have, don't stand for it. Put your finger on the phone and call. And I'll tell you something else. The swap shop is not for sale.
That's right. Actually, one quick fact about the swap shop, a lot of people wonder where it originated from, and it actually originated in Manitoba.
Your great-grandfather.
That's right. Originally from Manitoba, crossed over to the United States to bring the swap shop south.
Zachary the First.
Yep.
He spelled it with 2 A's.
That's right. And then his great-great-granddad spelled it Zacharay, Zacharay.
Like from the old country.
That's right, 3 A's. Triple A, they would call him. Triple A's here to seal the deal, and they would shake hands.
He's the swappin' Canuck, they call him. Canuck is okay to say, right? That's not offensive.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Call us if you're from Canada. Is Canuck offensive? We didn't mean any offense. It's just something we've heard. I think there's a hockey team called that, so I'm assuming it's okay.
That's right.
But then again, you know, our pro teams in the U.S. are offensive all the time, so sorry about that.
We apologize if we're offensive. We don't mean to hurt any feelings. Do you like the look of my face? I know. That's what I think when I ask that question. Zach is asking. He's not content with his face, is he? But I am. Look at it. It's a beautiful face. I'd hate for anything wrong to happen to it.
I feel the same way. And Zach and I were actually talking about this earlier. We've sort of hit a level of success with the swap shop where there's a lot of value to our bodies and to what we do. and our celebrity meter has gone up a lot.
That's right.
Our IMDb number is down to like 50 or 60,000, I think, which is pretty good.
Yeah, our star meter is really going up.
And so the next question that I think we all need to ask, and we want you to weigh in on this, since no one's got an opinion about Canada, is it time for us to get face insurance?
This is a very important question. A lot of celebrities get insurance for their body parts. I think it was Tom Hanks got insurance for his feet.
Yep. We had Benicio del Toro got insurance for his shoulder blades.
That's right. Some celebrities get insurance for their butts, and their abs. I really like Vin Diesel and The Rock. I know they have insurance on their abs. They can't lose those bad boys.
Vin Diesel, I believe, has scalp insurance.
That's right. Beautiful head.
You've got Alan Rickles has teeth insurance.
Right. Daniel Craig has.
Alan Rickles is Don Rickles' nephew. He's only been in a few movies, but he's good too.
He's been around for a long time. Is it Daniel Craig, James Bond? He has hair insurance. You got to keep that blonde hair to stay James Bond. But Matt and I, our faces are seen every day, Monday through Friday, on the swap shop. What would happen if I got a big bad scar on my face? You wouldn't want to trade with me anymore.
The deals would go down. The service we provide would be of less value, and our viewership would go down. And the stockholders in our company would see their retirement accounts be worth less money.
Our shareholders have a lot invested in us. Please do not disappoint them. We need to get face insurance. That's my opinion, at least. I do not want to upset the shareholders.
Maybe you disagree, though. Do you think our faces are worth how much? Or zero? The next question is the amount of the policy we take out. I was thinking at least like 2 or 3 mil hammers, and we'll take it from there. But luckily, we're trying to like go take this down the line a little bit,
Right,
and I think
right.
the first call we're going to make is to our
legal advisor,
legal advisor.
Todd
This is
Dugan.
legitimately the person who advises us on legal stuff.
He's our entertainment lawyer. He advises us, counsels us on all aspects of production in our show, and he also knows about face insurance. So we are going to give him a quick call and hope he's in the office. And he's going to let us know, is it wise to get face insurance? You may remember Todd from one of our Wonderful Wednesdays a few weeks back. I interviewed him. Now we're utilizing him.
Swap Shop Legal Department.
Hey, Todd.
All right,
This
Todd.
is Zach
we
and
got
Matt joining you from the swap shop.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty
you.
good.
It's good.
How you have any big cases you're working on?
We're just clearing a couple of things for you guys. Nothing really big to report.
Good. That's
Is
good to hear.
anybody wrongfully accused of murder?
That's news to me. Should you guys be telling me something off the air?
No, I'm just wondering.
I'm just curious.
I wanted some sort of Atticus Finch thing to be going on there.
Oh, well, we'll start working on that for you.
What is your opinion on Canada, real quick?
I love Canada. There's a lot of Native Americans in Canada.
That's right.
The Northern Territories, I believe.
The real Canadians.
Real Canadians are Native Americans, yeah.
So, Todd, you're our legal advisor, and we know you got a busy day ahead of you. You got a lot of claims to file.
It's Friday. We don't want to waste your time.
That's right. We know you're going to kick back and drink a few suds after the work. We just want to know,
yeah.
Should we get face insurance?
Yeah, it's a really interesting question. I think with you guys as prominent and beautiful as both of you are, it's probably something worth looking into.
Right. So what kind of policies are there for face insurance?
Well, I mean, I think there's just the one we can insure you each for about $1 million.
Okay.
That sounds doable.
And the company covers that? Is that something? Because we're sort of like an asset to the company, I think.
Exactly.
That's right. It's in our budget, I think, right? We can put that in our report.
Yes, so long as there's no, prior damage to either of your faces, any, blemishes or piercings or things that, would qualify as a prior injury,
Okay.
we shouldn't have any problems.
No, we're good. We 100%. I've looked the same. Matt's looked the same.
Yeah,
Actually,
nothing like
Matt
that.
puts lotion on his face every day. I watch him, and I say, Matt, bro, what are you up to? And he said, I'm just putting some Burt's Bees on my face, getting the
Before the
Oh.
show,
beeswax in."
after the show, we got these lights on us. It's very bad for my skin,
That's right.
and I'm getting older, so I have lotion.
And
Well, coconut oil too. That's a good thing.
and I tan. I get a very dark tan in the summer. I
Oh.
promise I won't go out in the sun this year. I'll stay inside all day.
Yeah, well, I mean, always use your lotion, your sunscreen lotion, and higher SPF is best.
I guess to answer your question earlier, though, definitely no face piercings.
No fear. Yeah, we don't want to have that. So, but thankfully, neither one of you have those.
Yeah. So I guess the next question is, can we just take out the policy, or do we need to do something through you guys, or can we get an agent involved, or? And then how much of the money do we get if we have some sort of acid spill or attack?
Well, guys, the insurance really is more for us. If we can't put you guys on television, then we get paid out. It's not really beneficial to either one of you. But now you could take out personal insurance, but we wouldn't be involved in that.
So that would be a third-party thing.
That would be, yeah, you would call your local Prudential or State Farm representative and ask them, what kind of policies are available. But on the corporate level, we've got higher level insurance because of the great work you guys are doing for us.
Great.
Thank you. You know that, right? They've told you that we're doing a great job.
I'm hearing really good things.
Great. Thank you. It's good to
A
have
lot
you
of
on our
lot
side.
of lot of stuff is in the works and
That's
secret
legal.
projects and all sorts of fun stuff.
That's right. You're a great legal advisor. You do the best work, and I'm so glad you're a lawyer and you help us out.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm just glad to be your guys' friend.
That's right. Thank you. We are friends.
And then, sort of off topic, but just legally, can Zach and I get married one day?
Absolutely.
Well, we
To
got
each
some-
other or individuals?
Just in general.
Absolutely, you guys can get married.
Okay.
I'm hoping you're referring to both each other, not to other people.
I don't know. I didn't want to. Now I started to say it, and I don't want to ruin the big surprise I have planned.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, absolutely. There's nothing standing in the way of you guys getting married.
Great. That would be great for the show.
It would make for event television or internet vision.
That's right. You know it.
And since I'm already married, is there a state where I can have two spouses legally, or a province in Canada?
You would most likely have to convert your religion. You could probably stand on a religious defense. I don't think anywhere it's legal to be a bigamist.
Okay.
So you'd have to divorce your current partner to marry Zach.
Okay. So takeaways are face insurance, yes. $1 million policy.
For each
Yes.
of us, that's $2 million the company's
So
providing.
$2 million.
Absolutely, yes.
And we'll assume that's sort of happening behind the scenes from here on out.
That's right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then polygamy, yes. Just change religions.
Yeah, you would have a more of a defense on the religious side.
Great.
Cool.
Well, thanks for giving us your professional lawyer opinion. We know
Sure.
you normally charge $200 for a half an hour, so just bill it to the show budget. And
We will.
okay, thank you.
We'll send the invoice in.
Great. Well, thanks for being our lawyer.
It's a great pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Todd. Good talking to you. Happy, have a great weekend.
That's
You
right.
too.
Thank you. See you, Todd.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And that kind of brings us to our next point. With our faces covered now, the next thing we need to worry about is our shaking. We do a lot of shaking with our hands.
That's right.
And we actually, got a item from a viewer recently. So now we wanted to start a new In Search Of challenge. We're looking for black fingerless gloves with perforated knuckle areas, and hopefully a cutaway for lower knuckle
Not only does this
visibility.
protect our skin, but it protects the items we deal with every day. And it's intimidating. When you go out to shake hands with someone and they have a leather glove on, you're going to make that deal. If you just see a bare-skinned naked hand, you're going to say, this guy doesn't protect his hands that much. How many deals has he really made?
When there's a rival swapping gang in town, you put on the gloves and you say, this territory is already taken care of, man.
That's right.
So just keep on walking.
Step off our turf, bro.
We swap in this part of Manitoba. You guys can take that to Newfoundland if you want to swap. We run this town.
That's right. You mess with us, you'll be sleeping with the Canadian fishes, see?
Mullet, I think they have up there.
That's right. A mullet. Hockey. Play hockey with these gloves. Keep your hands warm, but you still have access to your fingertips, so you can still touch your phone. You can still do things with your hands.
You can use your smartphone to text a friend, to caption a selfie, and then clench your fist, and you're ready to punch.
With these leather gloves, not only will we look cooler, but we'll feel cooler. We'll do the show a lot better. It's just not in our budget right now to try and find these, so we're looking to see if we can find someone to send us some leather gloves, 2 pairs, and we will reward you kindly.
And we don't want like gardening gloves you cut the fingers off of.
No.
We want
It's got to be leather. It's got to be tight.
leather, got to be tight, got to be ready for street justice.
That's right. Matt and I, we like to ride our bikes a lot. We walk a lot around the city. If we come across someone who challenges us, we want to be ready to throw down. You can help us make that possible.
You guys have been quiet today. It's okay.
I saw in the Twitch chat that
everybody
they're
wants to
having
talk.
issues calling, getting through, so we apologize about that. But
Yeah. Sometimes I think maybe when we established the line to Canada, it may have had some sort of technical glitches.
that's right.
Or legally, there might be problems with calling across state lines. I don't know how the trade embargo.
We'll have to talk to
works
Todd
with
about that.
Yeah. Well, is now time to
almost-
talk about?
I
It's
think
almost
so.
the end of the
We're
week, and
wrapping up the show. It's been quick. Another show almost in the books. But before we go, we have something we need to discuss.
you already know if you swap, you put your tips up.
Tips up. Let me just.
But there's
Get
been a
me
lot of
just my
questions
tips.
out there on the internet, in the chats. How else do we know a swapper? What are the signs? How can we identify our tribe? And we put together a special presentation to let you know how. And that special presentation is going to be really good.
Everyone knows swappers have strong hands. They can play piano, but also make deals. Look at that strong hand.
They like to work hard, they like to play hard. At the end of the day, they know how to celebrate.
Sometimes swappers just like to kick back and go fishing and relax. You might think they were being leisurely, but he's really looking for a deal right now.
There's no limit to the kinds of places you can go when you swap. If you swap your husband and you're free to do whatever you want, go skiing.
Here's a swapper you can spot. He's loading up all of his items in the warehouse. Doesn't have time to make a video, just a picture.
Even in the big city, there's room for swapping and for hiding stuff in a box that you swapped.
Is there an item in that manhole? Maybe. But don't let discouragement get you down. You might not always get deals, and that's okay. That swapper left their sandcastle there.
A lot has been written about famous swappers across the years, but they'll all still die.
And at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, you'll know the swapper's gone to bed because they're asleep, waiting to rise before the sun rises.
Don't let fear of failure get in your way. Get out there, gas up your truck, and start making deals that you can feel good about with your dad.
That's just to encourage anybody who hasn't swapped yet. And
We invite you
to
jump
find a
in the pool
swapper.
next week. Maybe you've been scared to start. Don't be.
we have a lot of items that we need to swap out, and we don't want to dump them again. So if something piqued your interest, got your whistle wet, call in and let us know, or email us at williams.swap@gmail.com, and let's make a deal. And lastly, I have to confirm a deal. Is it a deal or not?
That's
No
right.
deal,
We began with
yes
a
swap,
cliffhanger. We end
maybe.
with it.
This was what was presented to me. I presented.
Julia, we know you're out there waiting with bated breath.
Julia's offering her Linoleum cat, and I say, without further ado, it's a deal. Yes, Julia, I would love to swap with you. You can have my eagle husband and wife. They're flying. They'll fly over the country and across the ocean to get to you in Europe.
There it is. All right.
I can't wait to see you, and we'll roll the successful swap video on Monday.
Till
It's been
then,
a great day. Stick around
stick
for
around for
crosswords.
crosswords.
It's a
and
deal.
It's a deal.